And welcome everybody to Sports on Tap Extra. I'm Noah Jacobson, as many of you know, Dr. Hoops, and this is the 2023-2024 High School Basketball Preview Show. And tonight we are joined by Medina head coach Chris Hassinger. He is going into his 10th season as the Bees head coach. He has a record of 145-83. Coach, thank you for taking the time and joining me tonight.
Oh, anytime, Noah. You know, you're one of my favorite guys.
No problem. Coach, we'll just kind of talk about how last season went. You guys finished 17-8 overall, 7-3 as far as conference wise. You tied second with Brunswick in the GCC. You guys go into the playoffs. You win the first two, but then you guys lost in the district finals against St. Edwards. Just kind of talk about how the 2022-2023 season went for you guys, and we'll just kind of go into the good stuff.
Yeah, you know, it was a really good season for us. We had a nice core that led us last year that three of them are out playing college basketball right now. But we ran into a freight train, you know. Eds, we had our shots and our chances down the stretch. We just couldn't finish the game. But, you know, I was really proud of them. But along the way, we were able to get some other kids ready for this year. Got some good underclassmen, good minutes, and we're excited about this year.
Yeah, Coach, this year you guys play in probably one of the toughest conferences in Northeast Ohio, possibly in Ohio. You guys are familiar with Shaker Heights. They come back into the GCC, who you were familiar with a few years ago. But this year you guys got Cleveland Heights, a team that has always been competing as far as like the conference wise, regular season tournament wise. Just kind of talk about the addition to Cleveland Heights and having Shaker Heights back in. How does it make you guys better as a basketball program?
Well, what's funny is we started this league years ago for football, and now it's probably way tougher in basketball than it is in football. So it's been kind of fun to the additions of those two programs, and you know, two great coaches over there, J.R. Brummer and Danny Young. They do a great job. The kids are always prepared, and they're going to have really good talent there as well. But it's only going to help us because you know me, I'm not a big record guy. You can go 500, you can go under 500, you can go a little over 500, whatever you want. But our job is always to try to get back to that district final game, and we've had a lot of success with that. And that's our main goal. We want to go compete. We want to play the best teams. We beefed up our non-conference schedule this year, and you know I was looking at a couple other teams, but I would say probably our conference or our non-conference and conference schedules got to be one of the toughest in the state.
Yeah, when you talk about the non-conference schedule, and I kind of brief through that a little bit, you guys start off the season against St. Ignatius, and then you play Emmanuel Christian, a team from Toledo, and then you guys take the trip down to Florida to play two teams from Florida, and then you guys play Welsh Jesuit, Wadsworth, Lorraine, Perry, St. Vincent, St. Mary, and then you guys play Maxwell Jackson. When you talk about a non-conference schedule, that is probably one of the toughest in Northeast Ohio and possibly in Ohio. But just kind of talk about how the whole non-conference schedule went for you guys, and is there some of the favorite teams that you're really looking forward to play against?
Well, I don't know if there's really a favorite because my hairline just keeps going back every year when I play all these good teams. The stress level makes me crazy. I don't get to sleep much. But you know, we beef up our schedule every year. We play a good schedule. But this year we did it with some purpose and some method. Um, you know, we wanted to play a tough one on the road. I had owed Coach Joyce a game from when COVID happened. He came over to Medina. So we decided to go out there and we played Eds the first game of the season last year. And you know, we're just going out there trying to compete, get ready for the season. We played a ridiculous preseason schedule, so we did our best to prepare for this game. And then we wanted to get on the road a little bit. We only have 9 home games this year and 1 home game in December. So it's going to be a grind. We play the day after Christmas, which that kind of got switched. We fly in at noon and play at 8 p.m. like an NBA schedule. So that'll be interesting. And it's a team that was 24-5 last year. So we just thought, you know what? We want to continue to make deep tournament runs. We've fallen short the last 2 years against St. Ed's, and we said we got to do something different. And so we really just upped our non-conference schedule and just made it as tough as we could.
Coach, one of the things that really sticks out to me, and I was at a couple of your home games this year, and during the halftime games at the JV games, I always see like the younger guys like playing like at halftime and getting like the excitement of like playing on the high school court, getting the feel of it. just kind of talk about how the youth program has been going on for you guys, and talk about how some of the younger guys have been looking up to some of like the older guys that maybe they'll be mentoring someday.
Yeah, it's fun for me. It's a stress relief. I really enjoy being part of the youth program, and we started in second grade. We go all the way to middle school, and I've seen one of our youth programs already play a game this year. I saw uh, a scrimmage with both middle school teams, and I think it's important for head coaches to go do that. First of all, to show them that they care and they matter. Um, we put a lot of emphasis on that, and you'll see our different coaches at different games. But in my opinion, if you want programs to be consistently good every year, then you have to show initiative. You have to put in time, and sometimes it's away from your family. Sometimes it's that you don't want to go do it. But those little kids look up to you. They want to play for you someday. So I think it's important for you to show your face.
Coach, you guys got 4 players returning for you guys this year. You guys bring back your 2 juniors, Brock Beech and Connor Smith, and then you guys bring back your 2 sophomores, Kellon Johnson, and then your son, Luke Hassinger. But just kind of talk about some of the younger guys that have been stepping up. And do you feel like they have that next man up mentality for you guys?
Yeah, we're really proud of the progress those kids have made over the summer. Obviously, those 4 you mentioned had played against some of the best teams in the state last year, so they're going to come in not nervous by any means in this first game. But then you got some other guys like JT Mogg, who's a senior for us, and he's put in a lot of work this summer and really stepped into a nice role for us, and really shooting the ball well. He's improved his defense, improved his strength. He's done a really good job. Um, the other kid too is Jace Holland. Jace Holland's done a nice job this year. He's a kid that was about 5'9" as a freshman. Now he's 6'6" and becoming a man. And we just see him mature every day in practice and in the classroom, and we're really proud of his progress. Then we got some other guys coming off the bench that we're not sure about yet. It's a big adjustment. Kellon and Luke went through it last year. You can say you're ready for varsity basketball, but you go in there and you play an Eds and you play a Bookdole and some of those teams, you're not ready. You just can't simulate that in practice, and even sometimes in your conference. But Everett Rodriguez, Bryce Zuffer, Cohen Miller, those guys got a chance to help us this year as well. And so we're gonna have to micromanage the games early on the season until those guys can get caught up. But I love my staff, and I think we'll do a good job.
Well, it seems every year you guys are always competing against possibly one of the best teams in Northeast Ohio. I mean, in your first 7 or 9 years, you guys been to the district finals. You've been to 4 Sweet 16s. You've been to a regional final. But just kind of talk about the expectations for your program this year, and how do you handle those expectations?
Well, first of all, that's our main goal. A lot of guys want conference championships. I've lost games. I don't say on purpose, but I've made examples in conference championship games. Last year was a good example at Strongsville. I kind of messed up, and we had a chance to win our league. But I still go back and say the way we got ready for the tournament was by sending some messages, teaching some lessons in that game when guys weren't doing what we expected of them. And I think that's important because in the tournament there's no second chance. So we try to get those lessons learned. It's going to we we don't want to learn too many lessons, or we're going to have any wins coming in. And with the new way that they're doing the districts, it's going to be difficult with your seed. You're going to want a better seed. So maybe our schedule will backfire on us this year. We'll have to see.
Well, Coach, I can't thank you enough for taking the time and joining me tonight. I know you guys have been getting ready for the start of the 2023-24 season, and we at Sports on Tap just wanted to say we are excited to cover you guys this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing you hopefully at some few basketball games.
Well, I tell you what, Noah, we appreciate you having us on. And here's the thing I got to say about you. Great job improving on your own. You've done a great job, and I love watching you grow.
Thank you, Hass.